It's September. The weather is cooling, and like it or not, pumpkin spice is in the air. But more importantly, our calendar is full of exciting events and activities happening right here in Johnston City. Stay tuned, because this JCity Aero News podcast will share up-to-the-minute reports about the latest events in our town. 25 years comes around fast when growing a bank, a Southern Illinois bank. Did you know the Johnston City branch of Southern Illinois Bank was the first branch that opened back in 1999? The bank now has other branches in West Frankfort, Ziegler, Thompsonville, and Herrin. We spoke with Toni K. Dunning, bank president. She has been with Southern Illinois Bank since it opened its doors on September 10, 1999. She stated that the bank is a locally owned and operated bank. Dunning emphasized that they are a community-minded bank. She said the bank cares for the communities in which it operates. Staff members volunteer at many local functions and can be seen out and about in their communities. The goal of the bank's experienced staff is to provide communities it serves with the best customer service possible. Andrea Myers, loan officer, said, "I am working at the Johnston City branch because I want to help serve my hometown community." Andrea grew up right here in Johnston City. President Dunning and the Board of Directors are excited to invite everyone to their 25th year anniversary celebration. It's this Friday, September 6th, from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m., and lunch is provided. It'll be located at the Johnston City branch, and we hope to see you there. If you have a loved one in long-term care or are facing that possibility, a meeting here in Johnston City tomorrow could be very informative. Kay Jameson will be the guest speaker at the Johnston City Rotary Club Wednesday, September 4th at 4 p.m. at the Indigo Realty Office, 900 West Broadway. Kay coordinates a long-term care support group that we'll be discussing what that group is all about. If you're not able to attend the Rotary meeting, you may attend any support group meeting. They meet every second Thursday of the month at the Third Baptist Church in Marion from 10 to 11 a.m. The second home varsity football game, September 6th, has been designated Community Outreach Night. Local and area-wide community organizations will set up displays near the main entrance of the sports complex. Gates will open at 6 and the game begins at 7. We'd like to remind you about Sweet Southern Market and the Fall Family Fun Fair happening this Saturday the 7th on Broadway. The street will be closed between Adams and Barham Avenue. 40 vendors and 4 food trucks will be set up near Down Home Comforts in the 300 and 400 blocks of Broadway. A dozen other local organizations will provide information for families and children's activities in the parking lot of JCity Church on the corner of Broadway and Monroe. The Sweet Southern Market begins at 10 a.m. and closes at 6. The Fun Fair also begins at 10 a.m. but closes at 4. The Fun Fair still needs volunteers to help with games, activities, and parking. A few half-hour spots are still available for those willing to sit in the dunk tank. Organizers welcome both students and adults to take a turn. Printed copies of Aero News hit the streets today. This is our first anniversary of the newsprint version of Aero News. We are grateful for the faithful volunteers and sponsors who make our only hometown newspaper possible. Here are some highlights from the latest issue. Fire broke out a block from the center last month. Around 10:30 a.m. August 22nd, residents near Barham and 7th heard a loud blast and saw smoke billowing from the roof of a 2-story home at 606 East 7th. The dwelling contained large canisters of oxygen. According to firefighters, these likely caused the explosions. Fire crews from Williamson County, Herrin, and Lake of Egypt assisted the Johnston City Fire Department in fighting the blaze. An occupant of the residence was rescued and transported to the hospital for smoke inhalation. He has since been released, and there are no other injuries. Older locals remember the property as the Briscoe House. According to neighbors, the house was one of the first to be built in Johnston City. Students returning to school last month found improvements as well as ongoing construction. 3 schools, Washington, Jefferson, and Lincoln, have new playground equipment. A greenhouse was built at the high school this summer and will be used by students in the school's ag program. Ongoing construction at Jefferson Elementary will eventually add 7,000 square feet and renovate 8,000 more in this building. The addition includes 4 classrooms, a new library, an expanded kitchen, additional restrooms, and storage. The school office and main entrance will also be relocated. Though the district sold bonds to go toward these improvements, local taxes were not impacted. In fact, the school system's portion of property tax has decreased from 4.6 to 3.6% last year. The public library will host a puzzle race tournament September 16th at the Masonic Hall, 501 Washington Avenue. Doors will open at 5 p.m. and food will be served. Games start at 6. Teams of up to 5 persons will compete to finish a 500-piece puzzle. Registration is required and limited to 10 teams. At last report, only 3 spots were available. Contact the library, 618-983-6359, for more information or to register a team. The City of Johnston City's annual car show will be held downtown, Saturday, September 21st from noon to 4 p.m. The event features cars, trucks, jeeps, and motorcycles. Proceeds go toward next year's fireworks show. JCHS will celebrate Homecoming 2024 the weekend of September 27th and 28th. The theme for the event is Lights, Camera, Action. The Homecoming Parade will begin at 3 p.m. Friday with a football game against Flora at 7 o'clock that evening. The Homecoming Dance will follow on Saturday. The JCHS Class of '84 will hold its 43rd reunion at Andreessen's Event Center that evening as well. The 2024 Johnston City Sports Hall of Fame inductees are Daniel Farmer, Darren Rushing, and the 1976 Spring Golf Team. This year's Hall of Fame inductees, as well as any previous inductees in attendance, will be recognized at the homecoming game. The induction ceremony and banquet will be held September 28th, 11:30 a.m. in the high school gym. Tickets are $15 each and available at the unit office and at the high school office. First Christian Church, 505 East Broadway, will host a craft fair Saturday, September 28th from 10 to 3 p.m. The event welcomes additional vendors, and the booth rental price has been lowered from what was previously reported. Those interested should contact Dalton Holland at 618-944-0375 after 5 p.m. Food will also be sold on site. September is National Recovery Month. If you see purple lights in the area, that's part of the celebration. Page 5 of the printed edition includes an amazing story of one woman's journey from being a meth addict to the director of a Christian counseling agency. We encourage you to read A Story of Grace by Chris Corzine McCloskey. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel and click the bell icon to be notified about new videos as soon as they are published. On Facebook, be sure to like and follow our page, JCity Center. If you have trouble locating a printed copy of Arrow News, we have copies here at the Center, 504 East Broadway. We are open Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday from 9 to 5. We hope to see you soon. God bless.